Hello, 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 everybody. We should be good to go for our usual Sunday stream. Let me get this shared around and we will get going right away. Ernesto, good to see you. Welcome in. Happy Sunday. Candy, how you doing? Welcome. I don't know if I've seen you recently. How are you? I'll just get this on the community tab and on Twitter. Oh, we got a lot. Holy crap, people. We got 20 people in right off the bat. What's going on, everybody? Muchas gracias, Ernesto. Diabolic, how you doing, man? I'm doing fantastic, Candy. This has been a, better than usual division week, if you can call it that. So yeah, Jeremy, how you doing? Neuron, hello. Get Me, how you doing? Brian, how you doing? Thank you so much for jumping in and being a member. Nice looking badge you got there. I know, right, Candy? That people are jumping in right away. Tons and tons and tons of people. Digital, how are you? My Sunday is going fantastic, Alec. Thank you so much. Raptor, how you doing? Gaming Bear, welcome. This is like, we already have 30 people. Is there something I'm unaware of, everybody? Why is everyone jumping in so quick? I have not yet, Diabolic. My friend has played a ton. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not a huge, like, Dark Souls person. So I don't know if I really will. But it looks like a really cool game, to be fair. Thank you, Brian, all the way. I'm doing fantastic, Get Me. Thank you so much. Good to see you here. We got our resident moderator, Nova. How you doing, my boy? When you use Rogue Bronze, you remember better than I do, clearly. How's it going, man? Appreciate it, Ernesto. Sterling, hello. Brian, hello. The magical Heartland. I know. This is a crazy week for it. Move this a little bit closer so I can see everybody. Chad just got back from the army stuff. Nice. Man, fine, and taking her. Oh. I'm very sorry to hear that, Chad. I've been through, obviously not the same situation, but a similar one in the past few years, and it's not fun, so I feel for you, but I appreciate you being here, and my thoughts are certainly with you. Delta, what's going on, man? I can't, you guys are blowing up the chat before I can even post this stuff to Twitter. Okay, we are live right now. Division 2, talking everything, Division Universe. Just gotta let the people know what's going on, you know? And there we go. Ooh, okay. And there's already 43 people in here. For some reason. Appreciate y'all. I think we're gonna start off with a little bit of this for the project. Thank you so much, Get Me. That's always a privilege to hear. Good evening to you, Primate. How are you? Nova is here, Diabol. He's always here. Brian McWhite, salutations to you, my friend. Yeah, of course, Chad. I can empathize. But I hope the army stuff has been going well. Me too, Digital. Me too. Any idea what city they consider the Heartland? In real life, Shane, the Heartland is just kind of the ambiguous term for the Midwest of the United States. The game specifically, we know from these pictures last week, and from leaks before, that they are calling it Silver Creek is the specific town that the game is going to take place in. So yeah. Oh, I didn't. Do I want to try? I don't even know what Polarity Switch does. I mean, I know. But do I know? Where's the details? Oh, how does it work? A freak electrical storm. Charge, agency, and engage with the same polarity. Less damage. And just I'll try it. Why not try it? See how it goes. We finally choppered over to the Heartland. I wish, Davis. We're getting there. Day by day, we are getting there. Your prediction on Division News in March unexpected good. Well, Raptor, I thought it was going to be for Division 2, and I mean, I think there is still a chance this coming week we could get Division 2 news, and I mean, we'll get into this later on, but I still don't think Ubisoft really meant to drop that stuff about Heartland, to be completely honest with you. Do we know when Heartland is going to drop? The only official word we have is that it's coming out between April of this year and March of 2023, fiscal year for Ubisoft. I believe it'll come out during or before September. That's my own personal prediction. Delta says, Heartland soon, I can feel it. Hope you're right. Did gun range stuff this weekend? Nice, Chad. Nice. Hello, Rabbit. What'd you miss? Well, let me put this in the chat for anyone who hasn't seen. The big stuff we're talking about this week for Heartland is that. If you want to go check it out, there was a website listing on Ubisoft Store that had the game and some images that no one had ever seen before. It has since been taken down. But that is really the bulk of what everyone's talking about this week. This is probably not the build I want if I'm like trying to read chat half the time. But we'll see how it goes. Does that switch me? It does, okay. I'm just gonna take huge breaks after every room so I can read what people are saying. Heartland news this week, yeah, check out that link I just posted. Obviously I just explained what it was. I am doing well. Overrock. Can't wait for Heartland to come out. Me too. As you all know, it's my most anticipated Division thing. Certainly nothing has changed that. Savannah, how you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. I can feel Heartland coming very soon. I am less optimistic than a lot of people who are like, I think this means, you know, a beta in April. Personally, I still believe we're looking at somewhere between a July and September release date for the game. That's just me. So we'll see. But I do think that by September, the game will probably be out. Whether it means during September or before, you know, that's just my thoughts.
System malfunctioning.
Ma'am, the division managed to extract Chernenko. We've lost the asset.
Okay, let me get caught up before I jump in the next room.
What about the deal, ma'am?
I was really hoping for something close to home. I live in the heartland of America. Yeah, I don't... It's kind of weird because you would think they would pick like a real... Is Silver Creek a real town? Like, I don't know. You know, like DC and New York are very recognizable, but I guess maybe they went for something else. Why does the rogue agent in the G screen look mad goofy? Which guy? Let's see. Wait, which one? Delta? Oh, shoot. I'm so excited. Company screws. My favorite. Yeah, basically. That's what it seemed like, Rabbit. Which is unfortunate when you think about the context, but, you know. It was ticking down digital. Yeah, we'll get into that. Padrone, how are you? Well, this isn't Heartland, but with all the stuff this past week, I figured that's what people would want to talk about. How you doing? It's good to see you. Jonathan coming in with the $14 super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Do you think we will get a Division 3 announcement after the Star Wars and Avatar game releases? So, yes, personally, I'm of the belief that once And I actually have a little video coming on this tomorrow that you guys might enjoy. I'm of the belief that once primarily Star Wars wraps up, because that's where the majority of Division's team was moved to after Warlords came out, I'm of the opinion that Division 3 will probably start like main production after that point. And so Avatar, on the other hand, I do believe their team is going to stay much more intact and do like expansions, because they have a lot more movies than just the one coming out this year. The release of the game is coinciding with the sequel to Avatar that's coming out this like December. And after that, there's like 3 more movies they have coming out, and I bet they'll do expansions to... Oh, goodness. I should not be using this build, I'm stupid. Long story short, Jonathan, I do believe that once Star Wars comes out in probably 2023, 2024, some point around then, I do think we'll get an announcement. But thank you so much for that super chat. That is super appreciated. And yeah, we have already 60 people in here. I've been live for like 2 seconds. Hello, everybody. I need to switch this build after this thing. Although it is kind of nice for the polarities. Although I reloaded there like a dummy. I do actually hit my shot. That's an important part of doing it. I'm torn between the shooter and the medic class of Heartland. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, David, with stuff people have been talking about. What I will say is, part of the reason why I'm not so sure it's going to come out as soon as people are thinking, a lot of that stuff is old information from when the test happened last May. And a lot can change in what will be like a year between that and probably when the game is, you know, revealed and all that. So, certainly can't hurt to prepare, but I would say don't get too set in stone in what you think is coming, if that makes sense. I like the small touch. Yeah, me too, Raptor. Yeah, they have the G's have some pretty cool effects, honestly, Rabbit. Try using that for cosmetic purposes, yeah. Is Silver Creek in upstate New York? Primate, is that like actually a real place? Because I think I tried to look it up and I don't think I came up with much, but if so, that's cool. Also, upstate New York was referenced in Liberty Island Mission D2 as a base of operations for the Black Tusk. Okay. Well, we knew they had some sort of dealings across the eastern seaboard thanks to the some of the graphic novels and the novels. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of comes out of that. I mean, we know that the main faction in Heartland are the Vultures. That was some confirmation we got this week. So we'll have to see if the Black Tusk pop up in there or not. I'm a Star Wars fan, so kind of looking forward to that. I think both Avatar and Star Wars are going to be very good. If Division 1 and 2 have taught me anything, it's that Massive can make some very atmospheric, very beautiful worlds with probably cool stories if they weren't so worried about the loot and all that stuff, which I love about the Division, but it does mean that other areas sometimes suffer. And so, assuming that Avatar and Star Wars have no big, huge multiplayer or PvP focuses, which I doubt they do, if any, I think we will see them fully shine in their story departments. So that'll be cool. If Division Heartland is a mega hit, do you think Ubisoft would stop supporting the Division 2 until Div 3 happens? I think if Heartland is a mega hit, if they're smart, they'll double down on their promise of the Division universe and try and get people to invest more in the franchise as a whole. Right? Because Heartland is going to be a great first platform or a first stepping stone for new fans to get involved in the franchise, and if they're smart, they'll then say, oh, you like this game? Well, guess what? The Division 1 and 2 have been out for years. You can go try them right now. We've got new games coming out, like the Division Mobile. So I think the opposite. I think if it's a hit, if they're smart, again, for marketing's sake, they'll double down on what the Division universe has to offer. I'm worried that Heartland won't feel like the Division, but just another Battle Royale type. That's certainly a thing a lot of people have said. And what I will say is, just wait until we get some gameplay. Just give it some time. Can't say much more than that.
Dolores is moving through the haunted house.
I don't know what just staggered me.
I'll keep an eye on the outside. Be careful, Agent.
Yes, it's an hour away from me. Okay. Well, thank you very much for letting me know that. I was not aware. That's pretty cool. I don't know if Division 2 is supposed to be a live service game. Even with the expertise system, might be thinking there's more to this. You mean from the beginning or like with the new content? Anyone have information about the next DLC, the Division 2? What are you hoping to know? Because we do have information, but we don't, maybe not the stuff you're looking for. Silver Creek is between Buffalo and Erie, Pennsylvania. Okay. That is not where I see when I think about the Heartland in my mind, I think of like Ohio, I guess, but I know very little about Midwestern geography, to be honest with you. So that's cool. Do you think we will get that old inventory system idea from back at the E3 con? I wish, Rabbit. I wanted that in Division 2 just because it looks so cool. But Thylander did say at one point that they had a lot of technical issues with that as far as lighting goes and where the person was standing when they, opened their watch. So I don't know if we will, but I wish. Keel Caravata, how you doing, man? Great to see you. Hey, I'm just out here speaking my piece, man. It's good to see you, though. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Delta, I forgot you're over in that region as well. Okay, I'm getting into the flow of this. Usually I try and be a little more focused when I use this build, but who am I kidding? Multitasking is my forte. Probably the beginning. I mean, I think Ubisoft very much wanted to make Division a live service, from conception with Division 1, and that carried into Division 2. I don't know if it always got the proper resources needed to compete with something like Destiny, but, they certainly put a fight up. I will say the cosmetic watches are a good idea. People might want that. I agree. Annoying to program, probably, but it would be another cool thing. Like, where, we never got more skill variant stuff, like with the pre-orders. It'd be cool to see that. It'd be cool, honestly, they brought those back in the year 4 seasons we're about to get. I don't know about having set characters in Heartland. I wish we could still build our own character. Yeah, I mean, again, I'll say, well, let's wait and see what the final plan is for that, but I will say, being a free-to-play game, there could be different objectives in mind there than with something like the Division 1 or 2. Again, a lot of it is subject to change. We're just going to have to wait and see. Playing the story again, just love it so much. Yeah. Me too, Savannah. Just the mission design in general in the Division has always been really alluring to me. I think Division does, main missions way better than Destiny. Personally. Of course I'm biased, but, I already thought of a bug. Red setting, you still get orange lights. Nitpick. So you're tricking people just with your visuals, thinking you're rogue. Be funny. I think in the Midwest as Ohio. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Actually got scared. I thought there was a chainsaw guy running at me. That area is the Rust Belt with the old... Yeah. No, I agree, Primate. But I think technically it is a wider region, evident by the name of the upcoming game. The Division 1 on last patches was a crazy good game. How come they can't replicate that loop here? I mean, there's a lot of factors, The Division 1 itself is, while similar, a very different game in many ways, in terms of the gear, in terms of the pacing of combat, with differences to health and healing and all that stuff. So there are a lot of factors that you don't think would be that influential in that stuff, but they really are. But then also the game had well, I guess technically it had a similar amount of time, but really they had more chances to experiment more in the Division 1 and like grow it more over time, I suppose. Because Division 2, year 1, when you look back on it, was really just all about getting to Warlords. They knew from launch that they were heading to Warlords, and it was all about doing small updates to the game over time and getting it there. Whereas Division 1 was all about giving different sides of the game new things to do, working on the base game. Whereas Division 2 was all about kind of pushing forward. And then after, the first year of the game, whereas with Warlords, a lot of the team was pulled to Star Wars, Division 1 still had a large amount of people working on it. And then they, brought us 1.8, which we haven't really seen a 1.8-like update in the Division 2 yet. However, I personally believe this upcoming one is going to resemble it in more ways than one. That's what I would say.
Looks like they barely managed to pass by a group of cleaners.
We have 70 people in here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I love when we can do these Sunday streams where we actually have some like new stuff to talk about, even though it's, still leaks. These shield guys are really giving me a problem here, because my build is not really meant to tango. If you know what I mean. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If you have not already, if you enjoy the stream and the content of my channel, it would be very appreciated if you hit the like button, help out the algorithm do its thing. So thank you very much, but I appreciate you being here. How many loops can I do just to get 2 shield guys? Goodness. What are your thoughts about the Division mobile game? Because the biggest problem with mobile games are the monetization, loot box type mechanics, or just a lot of pay-to-win crap. My thoughts are that if they... I actually did a video on it pretty recently, if you want to go check it out. If they actually bring a pretty quality Division experience to mobile, I think it has a lot of potential to strengthen the franchise as a whole by introducing a whole new, wave of fans, because mobile is the biggest gaming platform in the world. And if you can introduce those people who only play mobile games to the Division, that can only mean good things. What type of game it is really hard to say at this point, because we know literally nothing about it, from who's making it to what their objectives are at all with it. So, yeah. Kind of hard to say at this point. SHG skill skins would be cool. Yeah. You throw down a turret, it would look like an old World War II turret. That would be something. They have a classic outfit. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot they could do with that stuff. I'm still wondering if Anna is going to reappear in Div 2 or 3. I hope so. I think it was a really cool concept that they introduced, and then I assume they had plans for it at one point, but then, with what happened with Ubisoft changing their mind about stuff, just never came to fruition. But I think she will. That's how you get the shield guys. You just take them out before they even get close.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
No, okay. Well, good thing I had my
Agent down.
thing back. I work in DC, so Div 2 is really cool and nice. Looking around, creating the map. Yeah, it's. I visited New York for the first time in 2019, so obviously, fresh off the heels of the Division 1, or, my 3-year run with it. And it was cool to see different areas for sure. Was trying to figure that out. They just may or disappeared, just stopped existing, yeah. Level 16 Div 1, it's a bit of a different feel. Yeah, it totally is. Geronimo, how you doing? Welcome in. Really enjoy these. Thank you, Maro. It's good to have you. Trying to catch up with chat, everybody. My apologies if I'm way behind right now. Yeah, I hope I answered your question there, Jonathan. I assume you sent that in before I saw the first one, because I was a little bit behind. The algorithm gods, indeed. I hope the latest book, Recruitment, is a prequel to what we could expect from Heartland. A lot of moving parts to help you mitigate. migrate the Minnows to some new factions as well as old ones. Well, I guess I don't know if you want spoilers, Ghost. I did a non-spoiler review on it, if you're curious to check that out. I will say that I don't really believe, after reading it, that it has much correlation to upcoming content we can expect for the game. For either game. So, they do mention Heartland in there, and that's pretty cool, but you'll just kind of have to see what I mean. Powerbomb, what's going on, man? Well, you didn't. You didn't miss it. And we're glad you're here. Good to see you.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh, don't stay one shot, thank you. Let's use this a little bit, shall we?
Ma'am, there are cleaners everywhere.
Kill them, dumbass! It's easy. Aim and pull the fucking trigger.
There are too many.
I'm falling behind on chat again. Let me clear this room and then I'll take a beat. I'm so glad we have so many people here. This is awesome. Oh, of course I had to reload right away. You know, dog, you really just don't need to get up in my face. Thank you. Hello? Can I hit the joint? There we go.
Serious trauma.
This is something, and I'm like falling millions of years behind on chat. We're good, we're good. Oh, how did that not land? Got to be joking. There we go. Okay. It's the heavy dog combo that was really getting me there. Of course there's a helicopter. Everyone who's saying stuff in the chat, just give me 2 seconds to finish this room here, and we'll catch up on all of it. Might as well do one now. Current state of the story, chain command is now gone. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of stuff they can do there. Aim notes been up with service lately, nothing but blocky point grenade starters loading. What platform are you on, Rooster? Personally, the only thing that I've noticed lately is I'm hitting a lot of invisible walls in the DZ. But beyond that, nothing too abnormal. They should add backflips. I had an emote in Div 1 that did that. Which I used a lot. Can I join your group? Yeah, I'm about to jump into some... what am I doing after this? Probably gonna do some Conflict Demons, so if that's something you're interested in, you're on Xbox, let me know. Okay. Let's fully catch up here. Rogue campaign mode in Div 2 would be awesome. Yeah, I think if we're lucky, that's something we might see in Div 3. One of the things in the Division that gives me chills is Directive 51. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Have you seen the new Batman? And I have, Hunters. I absolutely loved it. Thought it was fantastic. What shotgun do you have? None on this build. This is the Virginian rifle. And then I have the FAL assault rifle and the Regulus pistol. No shotgun here. Just last thing, Coyote was able to talk through the comms of the watch during mission. Why can't anyone else do that? It was clear that they were holding the watch away. I don't know. Do not know, Rabbit. It could just be an inconsistency. Also could be, depending on if the person is still alive. Because, like, if a Division agent dies in combat, maybe the Isaac protocol just, like, shuts down or whatever. I'm not entirely sure. That's an NGN question right there. Andrew, how you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had a good weekend. Hit that like button. Thank you, Ghost. I hate the hounds with such a white hot intensity, but I wish the real life company would go out of business. You don't want to see those walking around the streets in 10 years? Come on, man.
Serious trauma detected.
Okay. Dang.
Agent incapacitated.
Well, at least when I go down, my thing is still up. Or at least Cody could have told any of the hyenas being a council member. Other than Keener's hacking, yeah. Goodness. Oh, that go right above his head? Come on now. Oh, that doesn't penetrate? The only gun in the game that can collide and it doesn't go through the plastic shield. Whatever this is. Come on. Oh, his shield broke. Pff, do no damage that way.
Dolores Jones. I thought you'd be dead by now. You are one tough cookie.
Research Shark 51 found a... Yeah. Yeah, it's real as far as I know. I'm just anxious if division-like agents will actually be real. Maybe I'm one. Maybe you're one. You don't even know. Kidding. But yeah, that'd be something.
Agent, I've got eyes on Dolores and the surviving members of her unit by the collapsed coaster.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to jump in, Demon, just drop your gamer tag. For show, for show. I am doing great. Jemke, hope I'm saying that right. How are you doing? How's your weekend going? Damaged, how are you? Good to see you. Coyote was a rogue agent. She forced the agent out of his watch to communicate. I believe Coyote was a hyena, right? In the Jefferson Trade Center mission. All right, no worries, Rabbit. Good to see you jump in. Thank you so much. And yeah, we'll see you. Well, why are they all on fire? What?
Who's up for killing some division agents? I know I sure as fuck am.
The big thing I'm wondering at this point is what the heck is Div 2 doing? Because my main evidence for me thinking there was going to be news this month was that they shortened the season calendar. And if they are not planning on releasing the new update once the season rerun ends, then I cannot think of a single explanation in my mind for why they would shorten it. That is just getting rid of free free content. They got rid of 2 weeks of the season rerun, and if you're not going to release the content right after that, then why on earth would you cut that short? And so maybe we get news this week, but if not, that just kind of baffles me. I don't know what the... And again, if they need more time, it's whatever, but why would you shorten the rerun? You know what I'm saying? If somebody has an explanation they come up with, let me know, because I do not have one. Oh, I see a lot of people jumping in. Give me 1 sec, folks. Plastic shield can handle 50 cal around the game. Con camera, yeah, basically.
Need a better angle.
Brandon, how you doing? Good to see you. We're just, chilling, talking div as per usual, having some good discussions. That's what we love doing. How's your Sunday treating you? Seems like the dogs don't get to polarity, which is kind of nice. No way. Just take it out with whatever I want. Yeah, I read about that too, Powerbomb. That they actually like tested something like that. Yeah, well, they used it for transportation in, like, remember in Hornets mission season 2. It's kind of used for that. Well, you don't gotta spawn behind me. What the heck? Come on now. They don't need to keep spawning behind me, okay? I get it. Oh shit, I forget she has a helmet. It's like, what? I did nothing there? Peek up again, don't worry. Not gonna do anything. Hello? Alright, I'll go up there. Why wouldn't I? Can I actually get a nade up there? I think that's up there. What is this? Why are you so scared? I don't really want to jump up there because I got like no armor. Oh, that's why you're scared. You're gonna get like 3 tapped.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
One more, one more. Oh, now you're jumping. No, no kits. Okay. Goodness, everybody. My apologies. What can I get? I'm just a bit tired. Oh, good. So the new novel, is that delayed again? No, it is out right now, Jemke. In paperback, audiobook, ebook, whatever you want. It's out there. Recruited. Look it up. I think that with the Exodus developers recently, there may well be a delay. Eh. I don't know if that's really the reason, Philip. It's possible, I suppose, but... To run it during the time span they need to get something new to release. Yeah, I just don't... I can't figure out what the reason for that would be. As much time insanely half Heartland. Yeah, that did look pretty cool, Richard. I saw that. It did look pretty cool. Without a doubt. For a realistic story without Tom Clancy himself in it. This is how new Tom Clancy was shown, for example. This was the not the ballpark, the amusement park, Delta. My second favorite main mission in the game, right behind good old Camp White Oak. Surrey, how you doing? Good evening. It's good to see you. How's your weekend treating you? What build you run with an FA on a sharpshooter? It is this bad boy right here. Just a little fun one I put together. I'm sorry to hear that, Brandon. I hope you can have some chill days off as well. Yeah, Dark Quinto, that's what it is. I've never noticed the rocking destroyed coaster before. Yeah. Is this the new update Heartland? No, Ghost, this is Division 2. If you want the Heartland stuff, I'll put a link in the chat. That was the Heartland news of the week. Heartland has 2005 graphics, 2-color roll, so yeah. For 1080p images, yeah. Looking real choice. No, people just need to... Like, I get people are anxious. Like, we've been waiting for a super long time for any sort of news, but... You gotta at least wait to see some gameplay. You can't judge off of some 1080p images that weren't supposed to be released. Pre-ordered in summer, got another message from Amazon that's delayed. Oh, really? Mine came earlier this month, I want to say, like on the day of release, so that's weird. I guess it depends on what country you're in, possibly. Thoughts on title basing? I haven't done Strongholds in like ever. I like it. You know, it's... You don't get to do it a ton because you have to do so much, excuse me, to unlock it every week. But it's a fun mission. Alright, Demon, I will invite you because I think, yeah, we'll jump into conflict to get that done. Alright. See that Ubisoft got rid of the... Yeah, I did a video on that this week, Jonathan, if you want to check it out. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. And they're going to introduce more factions from outside the Clancy sphere, which certainly makes me wonder what we might see. Leon jacket. And I like it, Brandon. It's a classy little jacket. What can you say? Title basing is pretty much predictable now. Yeah, after you do it a million times. Okay, what was... Let me scroll up here. There it is. Yeah. Okay, we're going to jump into some conflict, get the good old project going. What do I have to do? Complete 3, win 1, neutralize 10. We can do it. Alright, let's get this going. Recently, I was in coalition and something caught my eye. What's that, Raptor? Boston Dynamics is coming in first. Yeah, I remember they had a video like years ago of that. I still remember like the first time they put a RoboDog in the trailers for the Division 2 stuff, and it was like, that's crazy. Does the Regulus blueprint drop from Discovery? That is a good question, Frost. It doesn't... The way you get it, at least in the normal one, is you have to do a whole quest to get the blueprint. It's not like a drop itself. And I do not know if you can do it on Discovery or not. Can somebody answer that? I have a feeling the answer is no, Frost. I have a feeling it's no. But I'm not 100%. If anyone can clarify there. Because it's treated the same way as the Ravenous or Eagle Bear, where it's like the exclusive exotic gun, and I think that's exclusive to normal. Are the AI rogue agents taking a coffee? I've not gotten a rogue agent to spawn for a good 2 weeks now. Yeah, I feel like maybe I've seen a little less than normal. I mean, it is, at the end of the day, RNG, and so technically you could go an eternity without seeing one. So probably just weird RNG nuclear, but yeah, maybe there has been a little bit less lately. What build are you using for conflict? I am using a good old Ridgeway is what I usually go for. Get that high damage when they can't see me on the radar, because that's balanced. Yeah. If I die, I'll show you. I mean, just pop it quick. That's what we're looking at. Three blues, 3 reds, Ridgeway. Half of the chat's just going in a rabbit hole dive here on real life stuff. I can't even follow along. I missed? I went behind him? Goodness. Oh. And so it begins, chat. Would it be a conflict game without a good old fire sticky or some skills? Would it be? I mean, you're kind of like betraying, you know, the DNA of conflict there. Really.
Agent down.
Can't get my teammates like that. That's not nice. Good stuff, Demon. 2 more here.
Serious
Dang.
trauma detected.
Oh, finish it off. Finish it off. Yes!
Agent down.
Good stuff. Is there time for a res? Ooh. Demon coming in clutch. I'm going to give Demon a little shout out in the chat here. Why does my brightness on my screen drop so much? I can hardly read this. I don't know if we know who the like straight up commander is, Geronimo. Obviously Natalia's up there. Barden was up there before we got him. There's also that like unnamed guy from year 1 that was never referenced again. Alright, sometimes I gotta remember that I am in a game and I actually need to watch my screen instead of just read chat. It's a mind-blowing concept.
Immediate medical assistance
What?
needed.
What?
Agent incapacitated.
I gotta watch the replay on that.
An agent
I
needs
swear he just shot me through the wall.
Agent vital
I was
signs
sitting
0.
in the cover there, but you know, we'll let it slide. Some people just shoot through walls, I guess. I've only recently started playing Conflict. I like it, a lot of fun. It's good. I don't mind dying a lot. Well, yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Once you play it for a while, you kind of start to see the cracks because they're pretty big.
The enemy is acquiring.
So yeah, hopefully one day we might see some changes, but you never know.
Has been taken by the enemy.
Okay, they have the armor buff. That's fun.
Stinger hive detected.
Go ahead, jump up there. He says, I do not care. I'm so dead right here. They all have the armor buff.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent down. Agent killed. An agent needs assistance.
Do you think the Regulus pistol needs to get a nerf? I'd be getting 2-shot at 3.5 million armor. 3.5 million?
Agent down.
Yeah, Skew said the same thing. I don't know how you're getting 3.5 million armor. A nerf? I mean, PvP. Honestly, I haven't really seen it used a ton. So, I think in general, the combo of pistols with the shield maybe needs more looking at than any individual gun. Might be my answer. Skills video hyping up Conflict today. I mean, to each their own, but that stuff is why I can't play forever. Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I've seen he's posting a lot of clips on Twitter lately. It's like it has its redeeming moments, and you can like see moments of fun in there, but there's just like so many weird restrictions that make it not the best. Also, getting spawn trapped is, and they just put on it. Okay. Well,
An agent needs assistance.
this is where it gets really fun, you know. This is like peak design choices right here.
Immediate medical assistance.
And how you doing, by the way, ASQ? I read your other thing first.
Agent down.
Good to see you.
Reinforcements are running low.
System back online.
Why you play as a chick avatar? Why not? I played a male in Div 1 for 3 years, so I figured I might as well switch it up. No real rhyme or reason to it. And someone left and we're getting mercy rule. That's fun. Well, if one more of us dies, then we have a chance to kill him 10 times in a row.
The enemy is claiming the supply drop. The specialization supply drop has been taken by the enemy.
Yeah, I'll throw another fire sticky.
System disrupted. Rogue Stinger hive
How did that? What the heck?
System reactivated. Agent
You behind? I don't want to use another kit, but I might
No pulling out.
have
Keep
to.
fighting.
No way. How did I not? Oh, that's probably it. Dang it. I should have kitted sooner. Didn't think I was going to need to.
assistance. Agent
Bu- 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 bu.
The fight is half.
Oh, someone has a life? No way. Let's get it, Earth Cat 896327. You look like you're ready for a fight. Nope, left the game. First character was a woman, no real reason. Yeah, I mean, it's a video game. Might as well have some fun with it. Female characters have smaller hitboxes. That is the myth of video games, Powerbomb. I like to think so, but no, probably not. But if I ever need a scientific reason for why I play one, that would be my response. Yeah, in some games they do. I don't think it's the case in Div, but I don't know if anyone's ever done like a true study on it. Maybe I should do that. Because of inherent bias. Well, the weird thing, Richard, is that like some of the clothing, I feel like it either looks good on one or the other, and usually not both, which is weird. It's like some are designed, you know, which I mean just happens, I suppose, when you're doing realistic clothing and not fantastical armor and stuff like in Destiny or something like that, you know? All right, we need 2 more. I think these guys on our team are in like one of the top conflict clans, if I'm not mistaken. It's fine. I could use some decent teammates. Demon was backing me up that last game. It's going off. But we need to win one. Are you afraid that NFTs might be coming to Heartland or Div 2-3? The Ubisoft CEO has talked about adding NFTs to Rainbow Six Siege. Well, for Division 2, at least as of right now, Yannick and the team have said more than once now and recently that they have no plans to bring him into the Division 2. So I believe them on that. Heartland, certainly I would say it's more likely because it's a free-to-play game. It's like a new initiative by Ubisoft in a way. Even if they do, you know, as much as I don't really think it's a worthwhile thing for Ubisoft to be spending their time or resources on over actual stuff for games, I don't think it's going to really negatively impact the gameplay that much. It'll just be kind of like, oh, here's another weird layer to monetization. So I would say it's more likely in Heartland than Div 2 or 3, but even if it's in Heartland, probably won't be catastrophic to our overall enjoyment of the game.
Wipe out the enemy before you run out of reinforcements.
But in other Ubisoft news, they did talk about Ubisoft Scalar, which is a new, pretty interesting sounding technology, and I have a video coming out on it tomorrow, so if you're interested in that, check that out.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Rogue stinger hive detected.
Where are these guys? How did we flip on each other like that? Must have gone the other way.
Immediate
Dang.
medical assistance
How did they all? They all must have gone. I don't even know.
Down.
Hey, Rogue, who's your favorite faction? That's a good question, Savannah.
Rogue defender.
Probably the Cleaners. It's got to be the Cleaner. I mean, unless the Hunters count as a faction, but I feel like that's almost unfair to put the Hunters on the same level as like the Riders. So, out of like the main enemy factions of the games, I would say the Cleaners. They're classic. They're OG. What's going on, Keener's Legacy? How you doing? Did you hear about the new AI they're testing that learns how you play and adapts? I did. I was listening to Bon Diesel's podcast, the EchoCast, and he talked about it on there. I didn't like do any huge reading on it, but it sounds interesting, you know, for the baseline reason of being able to learn more about your playstyles as you play, but also that it can potentially take the load off of your real-time like computing power on the console or whatever you're playing on to enable the game to do other things. So that sounds really cool. And yeah, if you want a good explanation, Bond did a pretty good conversation on it on his podcast.
Boost now
It
active.
would suck if NFTs or in Heartland just the word NFT would repel people from playing the game. I would certainly, if I had my choice to have it or not have it, I would certainly choose to not have it. And maybe, yeah, that could negatively affect like the PR of the game. Hopefully its gameplay elements, if they're good, shines beyond that, if it is a thing and in the game. But we'll see. Right now it's a lot of hypotheticals, so I don't think it's worth getting too, worried about one way or the other. We're just going to have to wait and see. Dang, dude.
They're about to get pulled out.
Wouldn't be conflict without some good old skills, am I right? Excuse me. Of course I get the hiccups. While I'm live, that's nice. Oh no, conflict is not very fun, Bleach. It has the bones of being fun. And like I said, there are moments that it can be fun. You can like see where it could be fun. But the spawn system, the lack of the radar, all that stuff, 4v4, very much limits its potential beyond Division 2's base PvP problems. So,
Agent deceased.
yeah, for sure, Powerbomb. It does sound interesting. And if you didn't hear about the scalar stuff, which is another like technology side-based thing, check out that video tomorrow because I think that could be also super interesting, depending on how it works. Yeah, I agree, Raptor. Nomad, how you doing? How's my Sunday? Took my famous question. My Sunday is going pretty well. I mean, it's pretty lazy today, honestly. I'm on spring break, so that's fun. Probably should have been more productive, but it was a good day. Thank you for asking. Hope yours is good too. I'm playing Gorillaz NFTs. Oh yeah, me too. But certainly it'd be ideal if they weren't there. Rabbit's back. Hello. Hope your animal troubles were resolved. Beer works wonders for hiccups. I haven't tried that. But thank you for the tip, Brandon. I want a Ghost Recon style game, but set in Stargate. That's quite the pair up there. A new patent went through on a new anti-cheat system, and it's going to be tested on the new Call of Duty Warzone. Didn't they just do one, though? Didn't they just do Ricochet or whatever it's called? And they already have another one going in? Okay, well that was a stark contrast to last game. I didn't really have to do much. Oh, that's the other thing. As I scroll on Twitter here, Fortnite took out building. That actually like makes me want to play Fortnite again. I stopped playing however many years ago because building was ridiculous. You can build your way out of a fight. You kidding me? But if they get rid of that, instantly makes me more interested in the game. I'll say that. Appreciate you being here, Richard. Enjoy Elden Ring. I know it's a very immersive experience, so have fun. Yeah, look it up. Apparently the update today removed building. I think I installed it earlier. I'm going to check it out. That is a good question, Raptor. Let me see if I can get the link to it. I think it's this one. Yeah, here it is. It's 176. There's the link to a Raptor. It's timestamped in the description where he talks about it. I think it's an event with no building. Well, I'll play it for as long as that's live and then uninstall once it's gone. Because I despise the whole concept of building in a battle royale like that. I want to rate on this game, but it's really hard on PC right now. I would say if you're in need of like it, well, yeah, just more people in general, check out some of the Discord channels, like the Division 2's official one, or GC Rock runs, his guy here on YouTube does a ton of raid-related stuff through Discord and all that. So I would, those would be my recommendations for us, but I know it can be tough, especially with the lack of people playing right now. Okay. It's not the best start. I'll front and I'll be straight up. Okay. Got people on every side. Get out of that. They're gonna... I feel like I already know how this game's gonna go. But we'll see. Yeah. Here's the thing. Do you gotta do it with the sticky? Do you have to? Do you really, really have to? Oh yeah, throw another one. Why not? Never bothered building in that anyway. Yeah, when I played, I never did either, and I did fine. But just like when you... Literally, I saw someone who built from the top of a hill to into the top of the skybox in like 5 seconds. And that's when I knew there was a problem. I'm like, no, not going to do that. Sorry, vids on Heartland News got me excited. Nice, no man. It's going to be exciting. Hopefully, we don't have to wait too much longer to get some more actual official news. Oh, that was close.
Agent down.
How can you see me there?
Boost about to activate. Rogue Stinger Hive detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. System disrupted. System reactivated.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me from up there? Oh, that was a good turn. That was a good turn. I respect the play. Get that Stinger Hive out of here. You don't have to do it every single time you fight. Also, the infinite rolls did not help you there.
The boost is
Gonna be honest with you.
enemy.
Okay, they got the armor buff, so we gotta wait that out. When the new anti-cheat detects a cheater instead of being banned, automatically transfers. Does it really? I've heard people like joke about that before, but if that's actually what it does, that's pretty funny. That's cool. He's only PlayStation though, I think. I think he does most platforms, Frost. I could be wrong. Maybe not him specifically, but like in his Discord community, I think they support every platform. Yeah, get that shield out of here. All right, team, they're over here, folks.
Agent down.
Oh, dang, I thought I had more
Agent
armor than that, but I guess not. That's all right. We're being competitive. I thought we were going to be at way more of a disadvantage than this.
agent vital signs 0.
No building for the season, but that's still a good amount of time. Yeah.
An agent needs assistance.
The most fun I had on that game was when it came out and nobody was good at building. So,
Rogue Stinger
on
hive.
PC. Should I try Conflict? Seems fun. Everyone with the usual sweats. You can try it, Rabbit. I'll be completely honest with you. The rule sets in here are atrocious. Like, that's my biggest gripe with it. The spawn system is horrible. You get spawn camped a lot of the time. You don't have a radar, which really just screws with the experience considering how Division PvP in general is usually played. So certainly try it out and make your own judgment. Some people love it. I have so many issues with it, personally. And it still has normalization, which the DZs don't, so it feels kind of weird sometimes.
Agent killed.
Peace, Richard. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, the Eiffel Tower in 0.3 nanoseconds. Basically. I'm just hoping for an invite to the new X-Fight test. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get one either, Alec, and it sounds, you know, from their post they did that it's like way more selective right now than the last one obviously was. But I was kind of hoping to get in too. And it sounds like over time they'll invite more people. Because I agree it'd be... I'm very interested to see what they've been doing and what kind of new factions are in there and all that. I do know of one person who got in, so I might
You're halfway through the fight.
ask for some little tidbits. Does every platform rate changes once? Okay. Thank you all for the clarification on that. Muse to spawn can't be at this point. That was all Div 1 Dark Sun was. Yeah, but at least there you go, the option to fast travel to another checkpoint. In this, it's like you can't leave, and they can mortar you inside your spawn and just kill you. So, obviously, try it out for yourself, and I hope you love it. I have quite a poor relationship with it. Like I said earlier, there you can see moments of like fun and moments of greatness where it could be a lot better. But it lacks in a lot of departments for me. If I get this, he was at a sliver.
Rogue seeker mine detected.
I actually like the fact that it doesn't have radar and different instructions.
Boost.
Maybe if the actual, like, gear and RPG stuff was more balanced right now, I wouldn't have such a problem with it. But when you have skills that can one-shot you, when you have all these different things that just don't have fair counters to them, taking away the radar exacerbates those issues for me personally. Plus, it just doesn't feel like the Division for me. Like, people talk about they're worried about Heartland not feeling like the Division. As someone who's played years of Div 1 and Div 2 DZ and PvP, not having the radar and not having that extra situational awareness just feels like a betrayal to me. It doesn't feel like the Division at many times. But it creates new gameplay things. I just think those are kind of cheesy. But if you love it, then that's great for you.
Rogue striker drone detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected.
Moments of beauty, moments of Florida. Good old Florida. GC, help me get the EB on Monday. Nice. Been trying to find a build for it. Good stuff, Jonathan. Eagle Bear is still probably my favorite gun in the game, even though the talent sucks. After they nerfed it, it's just like such a fun gun to shoot and handle and all that. I'm looking for a build for it. What's a good... Striker's really fun with it now that they changed Striker. I would try that out. That really enhances what the gun is already good at.
An agent needs
Got the Leon Kenny outfit today. It's just the jacket. The rest are just my... Oh, please, no. Thank you.
Don't have many reinforcements left.
Go ahead, climb that ladder. Oof. That is tough, my guy. How was that secret mine up here? Unless he threw it. Nothing doing some hops.
agent down.
What is my camera doing right now? That was weird. I'm fixating way too much on this. I just need one kill, but I want to win. Was there going to be exotic enemies in the summit until switch to unique? Not sure entirely what you mean, Raptor. Where is this guy? He's over here. Just go back to spawn. Oh no, he's on the side.
Boost about to activate.
GG.
Victory is yours.
Well, yes, I get the camping with skills has been annoying, yeah. I keep comparing Insanity to Florida as long as the alligators keep getting RKO'd. I actually saw that video today, unless it was an old one, where like some kid jumped in just like pile drive to Gator. It's pretty hilarious. A map of Florida in a division game would be legendary difficulty from the start. I love the Eagle Bear. I wasn't around before the nerf, so no different. Oh man. If only you could have seen it digital. It was crazy. Should we just do some more conflict? Might as well. I don't got anything better to do. Do a few more. Run a control point or two after. Most of the enemies would just be civilians with alligators. They put a new raid. They will make this game back in as the best game. I mean, you can still enjoy the old ones. I would love to see a new raid. I don't know how likely it is, but yeah, it'd be cool. Imagination Miami Beach Swamp. I mean, hey, you could make the Division work almost anywhere in the U.S., like, to be fair. Elden Ring has passed 13 million sales in just 3 weeks, and the developers maybe think about making an Elden Ring animated TV show. That'd be interesting. Yeah, the headline was that Elden Ring is the most successful new IP, which some people have issues with because of it's so similar to Dark Souls, but it is the most successful and highest selling new IP ever since The Division 1. 6 years ago. So that's crazy that Div 1 held that title for so long. Hey Dana, how you doing? I'm doing quite well. I'm chilling here on a Sunday. This has been a crazy stream. People just jumped in from the start and everyone's just been hanging around, so I appreciate you. We're up at 65 likes. If you haven't dropped a like yet, be sure to do so if you enjoy the stream and the content and the channel. But yeah, doing fantastic. How about you? In the mood for some survival? If I didn't have to go and switch my disc, because I have both Division 1 and 2 on disc. Yeah, also that would be a long investment. But maybe we might do a survival stream sometime soon. We did Underground recently, as per Powerbomb's request, so I'll keep it in mind, Alec. What are your opinions on the conflict level cosmetics? I appreciate there's something there for us, but I don't think any of them are, like, great. The patch is cool, the backpack trophy's fine, the rest of it's kind of meh. It'd be nice if there was... They're also, like, you barely notice that you get them. They, like, put a little note at the bottom of your screen. It'd be nice if they made a bigger deal out of them, or if they were a little cooler. Gotta go back to work. Everyone have a good day. Keep the division live. I will. Damage. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good to seeing you. Best of luck with that. And I died. So, there's a good closer for you. But now, have a good one, man.
Agent vital signs.
Division games set in Alaska would be underrated.
Rogue
It'd be cool. They would have to... pretty much have to base it out of... why can't I think of this? Anchorage? Right? I blanked on what the big city is. Whatever the main city is in Alaska, you would have to base it out of there, I'd imagine. Unless you do a, you know, I guess you could do a Heartland type of deal and like set in a smaller place. But that would certainly be interesting. Now you're killing it, Demon. You've hit some clutch resses. That's really what conflict, like more than just like individually knowledgeable PvE players, you just need a team that works well together. Dang. It never ends. Never ends. I shouldn't complain though. That one's not doing that much damage. That's the other thing. Is that conflict only gives you a tiny amount of frickin' kits. It's like they're determined to make you as weak as possible. Get rid of your radar, normalize your stuff, give you half your usual armor kits, like that. Had no idea that guy was there. I just can't get with it. Do you think mixes with gear sets could work? Or do you think it's useless? Because I see a lot more people running without gear sets. Mixes with gear sets? What do you mean exactly, Rabbit? Playing Div 1 again, what a big difference between the movement in both games. Absolutely, Jonathan. Absolutely. Div 2, I feel like you're running in... I feel like you're running a snail. Which is funny because people got so mad at Div 2 when it launched for feeling sluggish. A lot of it is just like when you make that big of a change after you're so used to something, it's going to feel weird for a while. I do think Division has a bit better, or Division 1 has a bit better like side-to-side maneuverability still. I do still probably prefer it there. And I think its animations are a little bit better, like running-wise and when someone goes down and all that. Division 2, I like the speed. I like the fluidity between like cover and cover to cover and all that stuff. It works a lot better there. So there's pros and cons to both of them. Anchorage, Juneau. That might be the one I was thinking of, Brandon. Because Juneau is the capital, right? You would think it's Anchorage, but it's not. Unless I'm mistaken on that. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hive spam, but there are worse things in the world. Plus, I mean, it wasn't doing that much damage. It's just the presence of it. Oh. No. Through the wall. Through the wall. Come on. What's a guy to do? Be a short game if you ever said in Chicago. Poor Chicago. Never been there, for the record, but I'm aware of the stereotype.
I've sent a specialization supply
They need to bring back Ninja Bike. I agree it would certainly work well in Div 2. I don't think it would be overpowered or anything in the least. Be a good addition. Enough gear set pieces for the skills. Well, you know, it's a bit different from Div 1 where gear sets, the 2 and 3 piece bonuses were like very valuable. I mean, I guess I can't say that. They're valuable in this game too, but it just kind of works differently. Gear sets, it tends to be in this game, if you're going to use them, you're going to use the full 4. Plus, you lose out on main stats or attributes, so that's a thing. Exotics, they're more situational. They're very powerful, a lot more than some of the Div 1 ones, but they're also more situational. And so I think that's probably why you see less of them used. Which honestly, the current way I don't think is that bad. Like the current meta, quote unquote, of how people build, I think is pretty healthy. In my opinion. Is this guy getting pushed? Not yet.
The fight is halfway done.
The other thing I'm having trouble with is the frames. Switching from... What platform are you on, Jonathan? Or I assume... Oh, no, I see. I thought you meant, like, in the same game. Yeah, if you're on a PlayStation, then yeah. Xbox, shameless plug to join the Xbox family. You get 60 FPS on Div 1. Thanks to Microsoft's FPS boost program, which Division 1 is a part of, so... What can I say? We're just better. I'm kidding. But it is nice. A raid in Area 51. Yeah, reenact the real life scenario. PvP is pretty much melt or get melted. Well, in Conflict it is. In the DZ you actually have a chance for like a bit of an actual gunfight. But without the radar and with the normalization, without kits in Conflict, it is pretty much melt or get melted. Goodness! I am just dodging left and right. All these skills and it's not doing them any good. Go ahead, hop over. That was mean. That was mean. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Don't. You'll live longer. That's tough, Powerbomb. Oh. I think one hopped over. One's down. Somebody better finish that.
Agent down. Rogue defender drone detected.
My hunter character is EMPs. Dang. For 3 hours.
Boost about to expire.
They need to bring back the 6 talents. Classified sets, hard to disagree with you. A lot of people want them, you're not the only one, but I am not in that camp.
Boost has expired.
I rarely use gear sets in Div 2, and when I do, I use the full 4-piece. Yeah, and I mean, honestly, if you want like a good amount of diversity and balance, you probably want to design gear sets as being something that most of the time people are going to use the full 4 set, because that's what they're for. They're supposed to like give you cool things that require more than just like one talent on a high-end piece, so... I have no problem with that being their main implementation. Don't forget about the improvised gear. Yeah. No, I like improvise as like an extra layer for the completion to get the Naruto run emote. Yeah. That was a funny thing. How long ago was that? Was that like 2019? Yeah. No. Maybe it was later. But I don't think I don't know.
I'm sending you a specialization.
Xbox is getting all but the Warrior is far superior. You're on PS5, yeah. Well, if you ever want to join the cool kids, you'll get 60 FPS, Jonathan. I'm kidding. PlayStation's great too.
System.
Hashtag no console wars.
System back online.
Toasty? I would say so, Brandon. I still have 7. If they go and climb again, they can get it a second time. Try it, folks. Try it.
Rogue Defender drone detected.
You think they will add crossplay to Div 2, or you think it would be too complicated at this point? Well, as per Yannick's statements, they currently have, even though it is technically possible, they currently have no plans because it would be such a large undertaking.
Agent down.
I believe that if they stick with the Division 2 for another 2, 3, 4 years, maybe Ubisoft does eventually give them the proper amount of resources to be able to take on crossplay without like significantly delaying new content. So I don't think it's impossible, but at the moment I'd say it's probably not happening.
Rogue seeker mine detected. Boost.
Burnt to a crisp. Class art sets are cool, but they killed the build diversity. Yeah. Yep, that's my
Time's almost
big quarrel with them.
Boost online.
You missed out on the specialization supply drop.
System curtailed.
Time flies, it really does.
System reactivated.
Nah, I wasn't trying to start anything, Jonathan. I was just saying. Just teasing. I mean, Xbox is getting Starfield there this year. I'm very excited for that. It should be pretty cool.
Has been taken by allies.
Well, this has been fun. Team. Waiting out the time. Imagine if a Div game said Miami again, empty black car in the gas station. People are just roasting these cities tonight. Hilarious.
Agent down.
There are 2 characters. We got my hunter. Good stuff, Rabbit. No, there's 1 second left. No, I put my... No, I thought it was over. I could have gotten one last burn. Dang.
Well done.
The boo would be a 7-Eleven. They brought back every gun except the Big Alejandro. Yeah, I'd like to see the Big Al again. That was a fun one. Aside from liking to see LA for Div 3, like to see either Detroit or Chicago maybe for the Division 3. Still going to be a fun game either way. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of domestic and international locations they could choose. Yeah, Chicago's been a popular pick. Boston. Personally, I would love to see the snow again, but... Do you know people are still doing that level 29 in Div 1 DZ with the funny gear? I do not know, Hunter. I know it used to be super popular. I never really got into it. But a lot of people did, and I do not know if people still do it. I would imagine there's a good amount of people that are still in Div 1, so I bet somebody still is. There's probably at least a small amount of people that are. Yeah, Powerbomb's been a Detroit champion. Denver would be cool. Hope something like Seattle or something in Maine. Well, Seattle was on the shortlist for Div 2. It was between DC, Seattle, and New Orleans were the final 3 picks. Delaware would be an odd location. Yeah, I mean, Division tends to go for more iconic stuff. I'd also like Miami. Are you more hyped for D2 content or Heartland? Heartland all the way, Stack. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am excited for Div 2 stuff. I think the update is going to be a lot different than what a lot of people are expecting, and I'm excited to see the full unveiling. But Heartland by a country mile. I think Heartland is going to be what myself and a lot of people I play with have been looking for in Division for a long time,
Run out of reinforcements.
and I am very, 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 very excited for it. New Orleans would be cool too, yeah. Some in Philly or out west. Like I said, a lot of options.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Rogue stinger hive detected. Rogue defender drone detected.
That guy is still back there. Maybe I would have known if I had a radar. Oh, what are you doing back here? Hello. Hopefully Heartland release next month. Don't want to burst your bubble, Christian, and I don't know, so, you know. Your opinion is just as valid as mine. I wouldn't expect that. I think we're still looking at a few months at least. I think July, somewhere between July and September, I think is a more likely estimation for a release on Heartland. But we will have to just wait and see. Now that is a tier 6 stinger, and that is not very fun.
Assistance.
And whoever's running that, you know, I'm sure you like numbers popping up on your screen. And there it is again. Kill it once, shame on you.
Agent down.
Kill it twice, shame on me, I guess. Hopefully it's like 1.8 in D1 in terms of for loads of people coming back to the game. I think 1.8 is about the best comparison you can make for like what type of update it's going to be. So Ooh.
Signs critical. Agent
Goddamn.
down.
So I hope as well that there's a similar type of resurgence. And I think if they market it right and introduce the right type of stuff, there absolutely could be. Atlanta could be an interesting choice too, especially since that's where the CDC is. Yeah, that is a good point.
Boost now active.
We're getting spawn trapped already? I guess this isn't. I won't call this spawn trapping because it's not.
Rogue stinger hive detected. Agent down.
Just in case the tier 6 wasn't enough, someone else has to have a tier 1.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. An agent needs assistance.
I know this isn't Div 2's biggest thing, but do you think the hardcore characters might be getting some love in the next big update or sometime after? Honestly, probably not. I won't say it's impossible, like, I don't know.
Boost will soon be
But when it was first introduced, it was pitched as like a side project that a few people did for fun. And I don't know how much they...
now offline.
Like, right now, they pretty much are needing to use every resource they have to have the best success they can, and I don't know if more additions to hardcore is really going to help them, you know, get as many people back in the game as possible, you know? But we'll see. Sometime in the future, maybe, you know, year or two down the road. You never know. Feels like if it's an MMO, but instead of fantasy locations, it's American cities. I mean, basically, you know, both Division and Destiny are technically MMO lights. So, yeah. I still hold that there's going to be major gear changes for D2. As far as like a gear 3.0, I kind of doubt it, but we know that there's going to be this person. That's who is it specifically?
Agent incapacitated.
Hold on. This one keeps being because they're okay.
Agent down.
That makes sense. We know there's going to be at least some significant changes to building in general, with specializations getting reworked and being much deeper now with whole skill trees. So the building experience as a whole is certainly going to change. But I still don't know how likely I think a gear 3.0 as a whole is. Okay, well. As if the tier 6 Stinger weren't enough.
Supply drop is being
That's fun.
claimed by the enemy. Reinforcements are running low.
The player count is so low you constantly match up with the same people. I disagree about the player count being low. People like to say, that, oh, there's only 200 people left playing Div 2. Then why do I queue for Conflict faster than I queue for PvP? And I was playing Overwatch the other day. I have to sit there for 5 minutes to wait for a game. In Conflict, I never wait more than 30 seconds. So
Explosive seeker mine detected.
I'm sure you do match with a lot of the same people. And like in the...
Too strong. We might have to pull
Okay, I will not lose my temper there. Player counts are higher than what people make them out to be. I'll say that.
Agent down.
Did they say a release date yet for Heartland? Nothing concrete, Angry. All we know is that it's coming out sometime in fiscal 2022, which is between April next month and March of 2023. You think a Division 3 will ever come out? I do, Chris. I think that once Massive wraps up on... You messed up now, people. I think once Massive wraps up on Star Wars, they're going to begin development on Div 3, personally.
Serious trauma detected.
God, Conflict is...
Agent incapacitated.
Conflict is something.
An agent needs assistance. Serious trauma detected.
That was the best game yet. Clearly. So much fun. Ooh, a ton of people are saying stuff. One sec, people.
Artillery turret detected.
No worries, Brandon. Appreciate you.
Boost on.
Ooh, Baltimore, that's where multiple live there. Yeah, like I said, anywhere could work, really, wherever they want to do. Hope they don't raise the level count to 50. I don't believe they will. I want to see the sweat who's going to go through the entire mastery for Mortar and Stinger Hive. Oh, man. Hopefully there is a general rebalancing done in general that makes those not so potent even with the mastery stuff. Cosby, well, we'll see. We will see. I got a pitch. How about for the twist for Heartland is that Black Tusk comes in? Maybe. Because the Black Tusk has assets everywhere from audio logs. It's certainly possible.
About to expire.
D2 is understaffed for this update. It makes me worried. Well, Division in general has been understaffed ever since the first game, so
Expired.
maybe that'll make you a little bit less worried. Like, if they had the proper amount of staffing and Ubisoft was actually, like,
Down.
somewhat competent with what they had on their hands, this could be just as popular and big as Destiny, but they've consistently undermined the team and what they could potentially be putting out. Vision 3, then they bring back stuff. Yeah, possibly. What Star Wars are they doing? We don't have any details as far as I know. We just know that they're doing a Star Wars game. Julian Garrity, who is obviously the creative director on 1 and 2, is the lead on that.
Safe
So yeah.
entered.
Your son talked to a dev who said D3 2026. I'll take it. As soon as they can make it, I'll be there. Without a doubt. Skills right now are 1.6 D1 level. Yeah, I mean, the big issue is just stat effects, really. And just healing in general. But I am optimistic to see what their bigger plans are with armor kits, with the spec rework. With, GG's, Demon. Thank you for playing those games, dude. That was good. We had some good teamwork going. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm probably just going to run a control point or two and then sign off, so thanks for jumping in. What was I saying? Something smart, as per usual. Imagine being locked behind certain server 3. How would you like if they made the entire country playable? I would love it, but as I've said before, that's like highly unrealistic. You know, for the amount of detail they put into the worlds, took them 3 years to do DC. Like, if you're talking about a Division 3 coming out in the year 2100 and being the whole country, then there you go. But until then, I think we're looking at some significantly smaller regions. Ooh, this would be fun. Let's run this. We're in a control point or two. What's got a good target? What do I need? I don't need anything anymore. Named Outcast. How are we doing up here? Why not? Hopefully Div 3 comes before 2030, so we have a chance to enjoy it before we own nothing. 2030? I would think by 2030 it would be here. I think they'll probably be in production on it by at least 2025. Black Tusk came with nothing. Their training's god awful. Yeah, I'm still kind of waiting to see like what their big plan is. They haven't really been too successful. About the only thing they did was get the president, and then we kind of shut that down again. So they're not doing too well. Competency is not UB's strong suit. Yeah. What's strange to me is a character named Viper whose division came from the UK. Well, the other one is whoever's in season 4 is like the dude's daughter. That's the gun range supervisor. They never really went anywhere with that. There's a lot of dropped storylines. My son also talked to a Devons. New release date for the content. May 2026. Now, I have to believe that we're going to get some type of news before the month is out. I just can't see any reason in my mind why they would shorten this season rerun if it was not to fit in before the new content. Like, why would you do that? I cannot come up, like, even in my wildest imagination, I cannot come up with a single reason for why they would do that. Yeah, sounds good, Demon. And anytime I'm streaming, anyone can feel free to ask to jump in. Do they come up the ladder? I don't remember. Do you think we would get a California division? I mean, it's a lot of people have wanted it, so. Ooh. When do you think PvP in D2 was at its best? Ooh, 2.4.2.6. I despised Year 1's PvP because of how armor and healing worked. Tanky metas are my least favorite ever. So everything after Warlords has been better for me. Maybe like immediately after Warlords came out would probably be mine. Like before everyone got super into what was that stat? Shoot. What was the one that improved? You know what I'm talking about. The one that improved the talents. I'm blanking so hard. You know what I'm talking about, though. Before that was a big thing, and before True Patriot and Pesty was a thing, that was probably my favorite. Technology is always moving so fast, maybe the whole country or a majority of the states. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, but I think you'd be hard-pressed to see them develop that at the level... Like, if you're not talking about the level of detail the Division is currently at, then maybe that's more doable. But, like, with the amount of painstaking detail they put into the worlds, that would be a tough feat. That was the definition of one-shot right there. Okay. You don't have to strafe. Is there a new close test for which game? Heartland? They're doing tests all the time. Really. I mean, maybe not all the time, but... Close tests like the one last year? No. Ever since then, there's just been more selective play tests. Nothing quite on that scale yet. Oh my goodness, what happened to my aim all of a sudden? That's still not a headshot. Come on. That's also not a headshot. That's also not a headshot. There we go.
Incoming hostiles detected.
Been playing Outriders, it's fun. It is, yeah. Would LA be a good choice with LA being one of the most populated cities in America? Personally, I want to see him go back to the snow. I don't doubt that LA could be cool. I just personally wouldn't be my pick. When it comes to connecting with their customer base, Ubisoft sucks. You gotta wonder if they even care about us. Yeah. The individual devs, I think, care a lot, and that's why you see so much interactivity on Twitter. But Ubisoft Corporate, who unfortunately makes the decisions we care about, has struggled in that department, without a doubt.
Detecting additional hostile contacts. Detected hostile supply convoy. Heavily
Hey, Joey, how's it going? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? How's your Sunday? Texas, Dallas, or Austin? True. Perhaps a mix is fine. Never got around to maxing out my skill build. The old clutch meta within it was definitely, yeah, definitely not the finest moments. I saw a poll that said the majority of people who play D2 haven't even touched the PvP. Like a Reddit poll, or I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm sure it's, you know, probably half, less than half. But I feel like unless you have, like, internal data, that's probably hard to lock down. Year 1, I had True Patriot, Unbreakable, healing build. It was crazy. Yeah. True Patriot's been problematic more than once. All yellow, so I don't remember anything like that. So that must have been a unique thing you put together. It sounds cool.
heavily armed. Hostile supply convoy nearby.
I was treating the div games like virtual tourism for some fun is not in the US. Yeah, I mean, that's what you can use it for, which is pretty cool. Like, you can actually go around and see stuff. Not that I'm saying if they were to do the whole country at that detail level, it would take decades to do.
Serious trauma.
Who is shooting me? I'm just below. Hello. Oh, come on. Just imagine Lady Death with pre-nerf clutch. I don't want to imagine that nuclear. Yeah, there would have been some crazy combos there. I am very excited to see what kind of new exotics we're going to get. Is that your head? I can't even tell. There it is. Reddit, yeah. How to get the watch levels to show like that? Up in the top right, Savannah? That's just the default. If you maybe went in and changed it at one point, you can go to UI and customize your HUD, and you can like make it smaller. So maybe you did that at one point. But the way I have it displayed, like my screen is stock. I never changed anything. I suspect sooner rather than later Ubisoft will be bought by Microsoft. It is absolutely on the table. A buyout by somebody. Maybe not Microsoft specifically, but I think they're probably the likely one. Yeah. Or it might not happen, like honestly. I don't know. It's on the table, we'll say that. Dang. Okay. I don't have any ammo for that. Okay. Yeah, you should stand right there while you reload. No. There we go.
Detected. Hostile supply convoy. Heavily armed.
On a scale of 1 to 10 rating for the Division IP. What do you mean, Raptor? For like how much I like it? What are you doing all the way up there? Also, where was that convoy at? Back here? Oh, right there. They definitely should get some... Should get community ideas from Reddit on exotics. I see a bunch of awesome ones. Yeah. Yeah. I actually considered buying an Xbox so that happened. No reason for me to get one now. Well, I mean, there's no guarantee even if Microsoft bought them out that they would go exclusive. Like, Sony just bought Destiny, but it's staying all platform. So, you know, Microsoft has bought a lot of stuff recently, and not all of it is going exclusive. And I would imagine something like The Division, they wouldn't jump to make exclusive because it is such a universal type of game, if that makes sense. Tencent tried to buy Ubisoft for $36 billion, but he said no. I didn't know there had been a previous buyout offer. In D1 of the Dark Sun PC, the cheating is off the scale. Yeah, I don't doubt that. It's unfortunate. Where is this last? We're just not getting the loot today. In general, my opinion, I mean, that's tough to say. I mean, I'm tempted just to give it a 10 because it's my favorite franchise of all time. But I'd say 9, I guess. I mean, if we're going like... There's always room to improve, so I guess I wouldn't give it a 10. Okay, well, that was anticlimactic. This is going to be like a nice, you know, final control point, but then we don't even get the loot. There are some nice targets there, I will say. Okay, everybody, well, I suck at talking for a long time, so my voice is getting a little hoarse, so I think we're probably going to wrap it up there. But thank you all so much for what has been a super lively stream. We had people talking a ton the whole time through. We had people jumping in like as soon as I started this up, so I appreciate you all so much. Do you remember your first reaction to getting the Eagle Bear? I do. I took a picture of it. I have it on my phone, Stack. I do remember that moment. It's pretty crazy. And I enjoyed the heck out of it during year 1. So yeah. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a really fun stream. We had actually some stuff to talk about for once with Heartland's images this week. And all the interesting stuff with Div 2 to speculate on. Hopefully this week we will get some Div 2 news. If we don't, then I don't know why in the world they would shorten the season rerun. But, you know, because in 5 weeks the events here end, and what happens then? I don't know. So yeah. Even if they bought Ubisoft, it wouldn't make sense financially. Yeah, I agree. Microsoft has the manpower to take D2 where it needs to be. That's like the main thing, Sci-Fi, is that I think Microsoft is more likely to give them the proper resources than Ubisoft has. Yeah, thank you so much, everybody. Digital, Rabbit, Stack, Demon, thanks for jumping in. Savannah, Sci-Fi, Bleach, Raptor, everybody that's been hanging out, thank you so much. And Jonathan, thank you so much for that super chat earlier. I really do appreciate it. That's it's another level of support, and I do thank you very much for that. Did get me in those good conflict matches. That's what we do. That's what we do. Nomad, thank you. Powerbomb, everybody that's been in here, I appreciate you. We will be back a week from today, of course, next Sunday. We do our weekly Sunday streams. If there's interesting news during the week, of course, you know I'll cover it. Do have a pretty fun video coming out tomorrow morning about The Division 3 and Ubisoft Scalar, so check that out. Candy, yes. Stay hydrated, of course. Thanks for tuning in, though. Good to see you. Thank you, everybody. That's going to do it for me on this one. And until the next one, guys, Rogue Gold. Out.